Welcome back to the channel. This time around we're going to do a review on my Ariel rider Grizzly. There she is right there. I got the bike on April 1st of this year, 2022. I've had the bike since April 1st, which is about 4.5 months now. And I'm going to give you a review on my take on the bike. This is a non-technical review. I'm going to start with the motors. So it comes with the 2 hub motors, one there in the rear and one in the front. They're both 1000 watt motors, and they peak out at 1850 watts for a total of 3700 watts. No issues with the motors. I'm going through all the pros first. I've had no issues with the motors. Love them. They are great in tandem going up hills. I generally, we've got a switch right here to turn for the rear motor, both motors, and front motor only. I generally keep it on rear motor, and then turn off this display. And then when I'm climbing a hill and I'm having issues where I can feel it needing a little assistance, I just put it to both motors and it just literally pulls me up the hill. So no issues at all with the motors. Next, we've got 2 batteries, one sitting here behind the under the seat, and that's a 20 watt amp hour battery. And then we've got the other one right here, and that's a 15 watt 52 volt. Both of them are 52 volt. No issues with those. I always run them together. It comes with 2 battery chargers, one for each battery. They're both 5 amp hour, so you get a pretty quick charge. I've never run the batteries right down to nothing, and I've gotten them down close to 20%, 20 to 30%, and it takes maybe 4 hours, I'd say, to charge them back up from there. So no issues with those. The other thing that I really like on this bike is I like the twist throttle up here, half twist throttle, and the kill switch. So if you are coming to a stop, like a stop light, I generally turn that off so I don't accidentally hit the throttle and off we go. So just a safety mechanism, or if you're getting off the bike for a moment, you'd want to turn that off. And so I use that quite a bit. I love that feature. The hand grips are awesome. Love the hand grips. The display is great. I have no issues with the display. Love the display. The front and rear shocks, I've not adjusted them since I got the bike, but you can put air over here, and these ones are adjustable in the front. I have them fairly firm, but I have no issues with those. What else do we have here that we'd like to say? It's got pegs in the back for a rider in the back, but I never ride anybody on there. You'd need the longer seat, so I never bother with that. The brakes, the brake levers, these are great. I don't have any issues with those. I love those. They're not the big long ones. They're nice and small, which I like. And they stop you. The brakes are great. I got the front and rear hydraulic brakes. They're both fine. I have no issues with them. I have gone down some steep hills where I've ridden my brake, because these hills sometimes around here are so steep that you gotta be careful coming down, especially when they put a stop sign halfway down the hill. That's no fun. The display, love the LCD display. No issues with that. And handlebars. A lot of people say they don't like the handlebars, but I love them. They're high up, which I like. I don't want to sit hunched over. I love to stay up, more upright. Some people like the cafe style. but I like those, so I don't have an issue with that. As far as looks goes, wonderful. That was one of the attractions. The 2 batteries, the 2 motors, and the looks of it are what drew me in. And I did a lot of research before I bought this bike and compared to other ones, and the 2 motor, 2 battery, couldn't resist it, and I have no regrets at all. The cons, I have a few cons. One of them is right here on the rear fender. As you can see, it's a little bit dirty right now. It's not long enough. I still get splashed. That's why you see some there. The back of my helmet has a splash on it, so they need to extend that. I'd say another 3 inches, maybe 4 inches even. It's just not long enough. The front, I don't notice it so much, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to extend that one as well. The next one I have an issue with is the headlight. I don't do a lot of riding in the dark, but in the morning on my commute to work, because I ride this to work every day, I do use the headlight because I go just after 5 in the morning and it's dark at that time, and it just does not shine enough light. I mean, if you want to watch your friend in front of you with their shoes, you know, walking down the street, you're going to see their shoes, but that's about it. It does not shine a good light. So that's one of the negatives. And then the other thing I don't like on the bike is the bell. I like it and I don't like it. I mean, it dings. That's fine. That's okay if you're walking or riding on a walking trail for bikes and pedestrians, but on the road, which I do a lot of riding, a car is not going to hear that. So either give us a horn as well, or just give us a horn in place of the bell. Maybe an adjustable horn that you have 2 modes, a loud and a soft mode type deal, so you don't scare people off the pedestrian trail, but you also can hear when you're in traffic on the road. And I don't know why they just have the bell, but anyway, that's another gripe I have. And another one, I would say, why can't we have mandatory put mirrors on every bike? We do need to see what's behind us, and they don't put mirrors on all the bikes, and I wish they did. And signal lights. We need to turn, you know, left or right, and we're not supposed to be taking our hands off the wheel. And so if you're taking your one hand off your wheel, you're not controlling your bike as well. And so I know you can go out there and buy them, but I wish they would come standard with the bike, both signal lights and mirrors. But that's just a little gripe I have. And the seat is fine, but if you're much taller than I am, and I'm 5'9", if you're a little taller than me, even myself, there's been times when I wish that seat was just a little bit longer. And I can see somebody who's 6 feet tall or above having a real issue where you'd want it to go back maybe at least to there or more. And so that's another gripe I have, but that's a minor one. I mean, for me, I can get away with the seat the way it is, but I just wish it was just a little bit longer. And the other might be an issue with some people is the price. $3,300. I paid $3,300. I didn't get any discount, and I waited until it came in stock when I was finally ready to pull the trigger. And 4 days after I got I bought the bike, I got it delivered by UPS. No issues at all with that. I mean, 4 days, that was quick. I'm here in Oregon, they're up in Washington, Seattle area. Ariel rider Grizzly, so it wasn't that far to have it delivered, but I was excited and happy when I got it, and I'm still excited and happy today with the bike. So that's my take on that's a non-technical take on the bike. Would I recommend it? Obviously yes. I would. I love the bike and I highly recommend it. If you're looking for something and you have this kind of money to pay for one, then yeah, I would do it. If you skimp along and get something that's a little bit less, you'll probably have the bike for a few months and then say, you know, I should have spent the extra $500 or even $1,000. I mean, if you're gonna go all out, pull the trigger, you may as well go all out and do it in style and get what you really want and have no regrets. So that's my take on the Ariel Grizzly rod. As the disposal truck goes by us. Thank you for watching my review on the bike, and please subscribe and hit the like button here on the channel. Talk to you next time.